Welcome, everyone, to Hanging Out with Howie. We have a very special issue here. We have the All-Star team from Atlantic City when we took over Club Beret. But before we do that, I have a very special thing I'd like to share with the audience and with you guys. We did a video. John's going to publish it as a standalone. And we did get some additional footage later this day. I didn't have time to put it in there, but you'll get a good idea of what it is. And I will share that right now. And here we go. Hello, everybody. Howie Darkstar here. This past week, we were in Atlantic City for DJX. And on Tuesday evening, DJX News TV took over Club Beret, and we had a wonderful, wonderful event. I just wanted to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Pioneer DJ USA gave away 2 pair of these Bluetooth 5.0 headphones, meaning no lag. I've used these on an airplane with my phone in my pocket. Great set of headphones and a great backup because they're wired too. You can have these, they fold up real small, keep them in your backup bag for your events, but they're just an all-around great set of gear. I love them. Thank you so much, Pioneer DJ USA. The second big prizes that we gave away for the drawing was from ADJ, and it was a mini Decker LZR. LZR means laser, so it's a great little light, very lightweight, only a couple of pounds, great for like bar gigs, smaller parties, or if you want to do what I do, you DMX them and get a pair of these, and you can really do some nice stuff with it. So thank you so much, ADJ, for helping out. Now, on with the video, you're going to see us. There'll be the crew. There's going to be 4 of them on stage. We're getting ready to fire up for the night. On with the video. Thank you for watching. On stage, we have Brian, Eric, John, and Dan. We're doing our sound and lighting check. And we're waiting for John C. to do an opening set. He'll do a set later on. So here is John C. from Hot Tunes Productions in Boston, Massachusetts.
It's Eric, isn't it? Oh, no, it's John.
Up next, he's going to be handing it off to Dan. And there is Dan rocking the dance floor. Dan Carpenter from DC Entertainment. And he will be doing a handoff to Eric, as you can see there. Seamless all-night music. It was wonderful. Eric from Good Guy Productions really rocked it.
You just heard our special guest, but you've been punked. You've been punked. It's the one and only Brian S. Red.
Jay rocking it. He did a really nice set. Unfortunately, it came up as copyright infringement. The next clip of Jay, he's thanking DJX News TV all of the folks that helped set it up and make this thing happen, and most importantly, the viewers and the people that came out to support us that night. So thank you all. Thank you, guys. Alrighty. We had a great night. Now, we have so many people here, we're going to skip the usual introductions, and you can introduce yourselves, but your names are on the screen as well. So, but first, I am going to go to my good buddy and traveling companion and roommate, Brian S. Red. Brian, you knocked it out of the park, I got to tell you. I mean, amazing.
Well, I'm not gonna comment on why I did it or what we set up and who we were supposed to surprise who came in late. But thank you.
All right, Eric. Yeah.
You mean when Jay kicked you off the deck, something like that? That was our joke of the night. That was great, man.
I was a whole 15 minutes in. He's like, it's my turn. I'm like, okay, go for it.
No, it was a lot of fun.
Brian's like, this was a big surprise for you, you idiot. Why are you late? I'm like, hey, sorry, but I guess it's my turn.
Well, he had some Romanian polka music set up or something, and I don't know.
Oh,
We're all from different areas.
We were being covert about it because on the computer, my file folder said Romanian folk music.
Oh,
no one's going to look in that folder.
Yeah,
Right.
no, exactly.
It said BSR. You're like, oh, Brian's going to do a set, but I was trying to make it like
Low key.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually, he used my laptop in the room, and I looked at it, I'm like, what the heck is this? And then he explained that. I'm like, oh, this is some tasty tunes here. I was like, oh, I like this.
He does like 8-hour weddings. I do like 1 hour weddings.
The reason that we let his play, the songs you picked at that particular time that I recorded would not show up on Shazam, so it won't get flagged.
Well, that and everything was a mashup for probably about 10 minutes. So
yeah, it was awesome.
My mistake was not taking their thumb drives and copying it to my computer. There was some stuff on there. I'm like, oh, I would love to have that. I got home and I looked at my computer. I'm like, why didn't I do that transfer?
I thought you did. I thought you did that stuff.
All I did is build a crate and it dragged off your thumb drive. I never actually moved it to my computer.
Yeah, there.
All right, hey, I got to give a big shout out to John Cawley from Boston, Mass. John, awesome job. Last minute setup. We had a cancellation, and he just jumped right in, and like he's done it 1,000 times before, because he has. Thank you so much for the PA. Was set up in record time.
Sounded great in there too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I will say this. If anybody won the DJ competition that night, if there was a competition going, which there wasn't, we were just having fun. But if anybody in this room were to get the first prize, it would be Mr. Dan Carpenter.
Yes. He had a great set.
But Dan already has a trophy from the very first chill event.
Actually, wait. I do. I do.
All right. I love it.
My prized possessions right here on my desk.
I'll tell you, the full dance floor.
Well, and that's, I'll be honest, my set, I was like, we always talked about it's gonna be chill, and I'm like, for me, when I go out to have a good time, I want stuff that's going to make me move. And if I can't dance, that's fine, because I can't dance. I'm horrible, but that's another story. If I can't get up and dance, that's one thing, but I still want to have that feeling. And so I will say it was good to me. It felt good to me to like look down and go, oh, there's people dancing in front of me. So yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I recognize a lot of your songs, and I saw what you were doing for a minute. You were kind of hanging in like that 98, 98, 99, 2000 realm. And you played some great tracks, some like Ibiza stuff. I'm surprised you played it, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
It was nice. Jay, you're up next, Mr. Late. But
sorry,
but worth the wait, right? Like a rock star style.
Had a dinner I had to attend before, and was trying to drag some people in, and fortunately had our friend made an appearance, a friend of yours and Brian's and mine in the children.
Yes,
Mr.
Chris
Cox. He came in. I was pretty stoked on that. I mean,
yeah, he brought a posse of about 18 people. Yeah.
I met him over at the hotel, and I'm like, yeah, I was supposed to be on like 5 minutes ago. I really got to get going. And Chris kind of walking like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then
There's only,
later
like,
I started
5
walking
after,
like
though.
this.
The walk back was different.
It was
No
much
way.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's always been my joy to make friends with the locals, and
Yeah.
Or the tourists.
you know, or anyone that just happens to be there, working gals, working guys, whatever.
I mean, like waitresses.
Sort of. Yeah, sort of.
Too hot for TV.
Yeah, a little too much though.
Yeah.
You know, and nothing like that screen cap from the Brian K phone the next day routine. Like, look, they're braiding Jay's hair and stuff. Yeah, it's like nice to know. But yeah, it was a great night. I did not realize there was alcohol in all of the 9 drinks they gave me, or the famous Howie tequila shot. That will never happen again. But it was fun. It was nothing. There was nothing chill about it. Nothing.
Well, we could at least talk and have group conversations. It wasn't ear splitting.
Right.
So that was the chill part, but it was just, oh my gosh. You know, all right, I'll tell the story publicly. First thing I did when I got in there, I always do this sort of thing. I went right up to the bartender and I gave him a $10 bill, and he said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Nothing. That's for you. For taking care of the crew here. I'm producing the show here tonight, and I just want to thank you in advance." And his eyes popped open, and he's, "Thank you very much." And then later on, when you came and finished your set, I went up to the bar, and as a fellow bartender, you know that you go down the line. He bypassed everybody, came right to me. And I said, "I'd like a double shot of tequila." And he's pouring like this. And I said,
Ooh.
"You know, how much is that now?" And he had made so many tips that night. He said he made more that night than he did the whole week. And he said, What? He was punking me, you know, he was like, and then he stopped, and I was like, "Oh crap. Here you go, Jay." I mean, it was, I don't know. Yeah. Jay, you did the doubles earlier. Boom, 1 shot. But then, yeah, I think that took you 3, something like that.
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Bill, let's get your take while you're here. You were integral part with setting up the step and repeat to make the booth look really great, and acknowledge all our sponsors, particularly Disc Jockey News TV.
Yeah, I thought it was a good time. I turned to Jay at one point that night, and I said, "You're going to be proven right about your prediction for the attendance for the show." And I said, even if it's not the same numbers they have, it's a far more serious crowd. And I think that stood out all week. You know, everywhere you were. I mean, not just in the seminars, but on the show floor. Even to me, it was an educated consumer for a change. You know, that knew what they were looking for. Of course, there were a lot of people that got whiny and complained on Wednesday night when this one guy was complaining that certain vendors weren't there, and he didn't quite understand the effects of, you know, the last 18 months on the industry. But, you know, aside from that, I thought the event was great. Howie, I thought you did a great job with the lights.
Thank you.
They were amazing. And I'm kind of glad I was able to get a lot of different pictures, because it kind of, at various times, I captured all your different scenes, I think.
Well, I got to give thanks to Eric for bringing the hazer and the controller as well. Thank you so much for that, because that really made the lights pop. And that was the whole goal, was to make you guys look like rock stars and have that, that shadow halo effect from behind. And that's why I wanted it all white behind you, so that I could light that and make you pop. And
I just really quick have to say, I talked to a couple people the next day who I didn't know, who were there, and were, you know, "Oh, what a great night, great sets, everyone was awesome, this and that." And then I also talked to people that went to the show at Club Dare, who also were at Beret, and they definitively said we had twice or more the people at Beret that they did at Club Dare. It just never took off. They had monitor problems, they had problems with this and that, and it was
not to put them down, because
but I'm just saying, and that was coming from a performance DJ at Club Dare.
Right.
Man, I was at your show earlier. You guys had twice our crowd, and then we had problems. He goes, I was like, damn, we should have just all played at Beret and just had the whole party there.
Well, see, the thing is that we started the planning on this months before, and I started the logistics, and it was like everybody had a lane, and they stayed in it, and they did what they were, and we were on time, and we had plan A, B, C, and D. And there was a comment made that it came out perfect. No, it didn't. But nobody knew, and that's what being a professional is all about.
Yeah, when you ran it like
Eric picked up on it because he does big production. When the lights went out, because we had to set the lights up, the uplights for you behind before the step and repeat frame arrived. And then the lights got moved, and then they all went out. And I was like, Eric knew, and I knew. It's like, oh no, here we go. We know. We set up DMX lights, and it could be one little thing. And sure enough, I got lucky, didn't I? Though it was the very first light. Yep. And he saw it. He was standing up. He goes, "Sound active mode." I go, "Yeah," and it messes up the whole chain. But these are little things they didn't know, and it was I thought a wonderful time, and I think DJ Times did the very best it could. There was very few winners. I don't think there was a lot. I think the crowd, just my opinion, the crowd was just, they came for the people, just like we had predicted in here in the showroom all winter long, that if they open it up, the DJs are going to go whether there's a showroom for or not. They just want to see people.
Yeah. And from a manufacturer standpoint, representative, because we had the president and vice president of the company there, and they were really blown away. They genuinely didn't, and they gave me a little pat on the back about, I kept saying, no, I'm talking like JC from the Chill Room, flew up from Mexico City. He's never been. I don't think Deb's ever been. She drove in from, Wisconsin or Milwaukee. It's, this is a group of people. This is who we are. This isn't a job. This is our livelihood. And we take it very seriously. And they said, well, don't you think DJs are concerned? I'm like, DJs are the first people in line to get vaccinated, to get healthy, because they can't miss an event. They understand that, and they want to spend money because they want to better their careers. Then their look next year wants to be bigger and better. I mean, when I showed the video of the light show, they're like, that club's got good lights. I'm like, this is a guy that does weddings. Yeah. That's his lights. This isn't the club's lights.
That was
like, what? I'm like, no, this is what we do. This is we're serious artists about this.
Yeah, apparently the word got around because everything, all of us that were there know, but for the people tuning in, they closed a lot of things. Like they closed the 24-hour bars, like the lounge area, at 11 o'clock because they're short staffed. They just don't have the staff. And what happened was these places were closing, and the manager at Beret asked me, hey, you guys can go till, we typically only go till about 11:30, right? But he said, you guys can play as long as you want. Well, it was hopping there. He told me, he said, the reason he told me, he says, we got 200 people here, and with the rotating crowd, it was over 300. He said, so you guys can keep playing if you want. And I was like, well, okay, sure. We played till 1 o'clock because social media and the phones, they're like, the bar closed here. Yeah, well, Beret's open. It's hot. Get your ass down here. And then we had that last minute bum rush of people, and we're like, okay, we'll play till 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you guys. Next year's tagline should be cheesy mobile DJs, cheap drinks.
Yes.
open late. and if you tell them that, I think they'll come, because I know Ada from Top Hits was like, man, we got a round of drinks there and it was like nothing. And then we went over to the bar right before it closed at Hard Rock, and it was like, 4 times as much. We're like, what the hell's going on here? How can drinks be that much more here than they are there? Like, oh,
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
Union.
Yeah.
I paid the tribal fee.
I noticed that too, because the drinks were $5, and then when the band went on, they went up to $7.
Yeah.
Jeez, really?
But also now the fact that we played there for free, we just took over their club. They didn't have to pay for entertainment that night, so they were able to make a killing. I mean, the manager told me, he said, you guys were a blessing, was the email I got from him. And he said, to make sure to thank all you guys, he said they made more money in that one night than they make all week.
Yeah, they seemed tickled. The bartenders were very pleased. The waitresses were very pleasant,
Yes. They said the same about you guys. They said you guys were all so kind and really cool. And,
they got that wrong. Jeez.
The manager was afraid of me, I think.
Well, most people are.
The manager was just like,
yeah, most people are.
Well, they don't know me. I think they think I'm staggering drunk, so they don't want to deal with me.
Oh, that's
it's too early for that.
Like when you and I came out, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago, came out of the Irish pub, out of the bathroom, and my leg was me because I got a bionic leg. You got bad leg. Both of us are limping like that, and they went, no alcohol for you guys. We go, we don't drink anyway.
We're just screwed up.
We're just screwed up. We got 1.5 good legs between us.
That's going to be my T-shirt next year. I'm like Brian. Just going to say, I'm like Brian.
You're right.
One of the other little side things that I thought was interesting. I don't remember which of you did. I think it was you, Brian. You did a shout out for Savannah, the waitress, for her birthday.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And her tips instantly tripled.
Wow.
Yes.
And, like, she waited on me, and I was like one of her last checks to close out. And I said, so how old are you going to be? How are you now for your birthday? She said, I turned 25. So I put 25 on top of the tip I would have.
Oh,
nice.
And she was like, oh, that's so sweet. Everybody's so sweet here. And I said, well, we're all DJs. We're all in the business.
Yeah. I got the same thing too when, in the email that they said that everybody was very generous, and they really, really, really appreciated that. And I just said, we're in the service industry too. We understand. Not all of us were bartenders like Jay or baristas, but we still understand because we all worked in bars.
We work with the public.
Dan Carpenter was kind of a pain in the butt, but everybody else was really cool.
Yeah,
it's it's so good.
Is it fair to say that we will probably find ourselves on August 9th, 2022 at Beret?
It's already confirmed.
Good.
They want us to play there tomorrow night.
They actually.
I was going to say they're on the phone with Howie right now.
Where are you?
Just anyone but the drunk guy. Anyone. Just
anybody. The guy who staggers around.
Back next week.
Yeah, the manager came up to me when we were loading out and said, "Hey, can you guys come back in like 2 weeks?" I said, "If you can afford it." Like, we got to fly Jay in from California. We got to fly JC in from Mexico City. We got a guy that's up in the Great White North of, upstate New York. We got to fly him in. And, we've got guys, from all over the country. So, yeah, if you can, you got like $30,000, we can do it.
And we'll do it.
He knew I was kidding with him, but.
We could probably get residencies there. We could probably call the guy, be like, I was one of the DJs that night, and I'm going to be in the Atlantic City area. Yeah, you can play. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was just in awe. He was like, we've never had DJs like this. I was like, whoa, really? He goes, yeah. He said, I noticed you guys never took a break. I said, well, we did what's called a handoff. You know, and you guys nailed it. You were awesome. It was so great. Hey, we got Tony Fernandez lurking in here.
Yes,
hey, Tony, turn on your mic. Tony did a set. He also did the sound on Monday night, and it was awesome. That was the Plum Lounge, I guess it was. Is that what it was called?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it was. And real quick, I definitely wanted, when I saw Howie post up, I definitely wanted to jump in and really give a big shout out to you guys, because a lot of you guys came out and supported Monday night, and I cannot convey enough appreciation and love and respect for you guys coming out. I feel bad that I didn't come to your event because I had a.
You should, Tony. You should feel really bad about that.
I do.
Well, he was at the Chill Room in Vegas.
Yeah,
he wasn't. Yeah, he was, but he wasn't in Beret.
No.
I know. Hey,
now, Tony, there's something else you got to take responsibility for. You hugged me so hard, I couldn't lift gear. I had to have, all my friends were helping me load my stock. I couldn't lift.
Yeah.
I'm so
He had the
sorry,
big
dude.
hugs on Monday night.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
By the way,
I was happy to see you.
I think it's on Tony's Instagram. There's a great video that I saw of you, the Plum set. You're doing some old school house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, is it on your Instagram?
Dude, it's so funny. Like
It's awesome.
Tuesday morning, I had so many people like, yo, I saw your set. And it was like, I must have been a trending topic. Not that I'm trying to be like all that.
Dude, it was tight. It was tight.
Oh, it was. It was awesome. Yeah.
But I will say this is the first time I've ever heard you spin, and I did recognize every song that you played, but that's just because I'm cool.
There you go. There you go.
Most people didn't, but I knew what you were playing. You were doing that a whole lot of
Some old school New York housey stuff.
Well, no, he was doing like European stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
Ryan,
I heard some New York stuff.
I was definitely going for that vibe. So
Yeah, but Brian, you have an unfair advantage over the rest of us. You are
I know music.
savant. You're a musical savant. You remember everything. If we were in the same class, you would walk out with 99% of the information. I'd walk out with 10%. You got a weird brain.
Brian gets a little Rain Man with music.
He's a little, yes. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely Louis Vega. Definitely Louis Vega.
Definitely Louis Vega. I remember what he had for lunch that day.
Yeah.
It was a turkey sandwich. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's playing at Twilo again. Twilo's fun, Brian. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the producer? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know his sister.
Yeah. Wore red shirt. Had a red shirt.
Red shirt from Kmart.
Yeah.
Back in the day, instead of "Gotta Get Home for Wapner," it was "Gotta Get Home for TRL."
Yeah. Scored at Battery Park.
Yeah, I'm old school. We were doing Club MTV with Downtown Julie Brown.
Wubba
Wubba Wubba Wubba. Goodbye.
I never liked her.
Oh, she was cute.
Hey, does anybody else have anything they want to add before we put a fork in this? And I think the whole thing for me was the people. I just loved it. I love every one of you. It was wonderful.
I
think a big thank you to you.
Yes.
Because you really,
thank you.
This was your event, whether you want to take credit or not. Without you, this event would not have happened. We were fortunate enough that you set it up the way you did. So we were lucky enough to be able to come in and support and play. But you did everything behind this. So
talk about a road dog too. Oh my God.
Time.
Oh my God. I'm like, what's wrong with Howie? He's like, wait a minute. Howie's just being Howie. He's being a road dog.
Yeah.
Around
you knew what to do, but you managed to get it done. And you had a couple of challenges. I don't know if you really quickly want to mention the fact that at one point it appeared that you had the local mob asking for a kickback because they wanted security or something,
Yeah, that was a behind the scenes thing. I got contacted by somebody. Yeah, for real.
So, well, maybe if you'd have let AAA come and told me off the Atlantic City Expressway 2 years ago, I might play ball with you. But I already got your number. You can kiss my ass. I already paid.
Yeah.
There's one more shout out that needs to be given because you said road dog. Howie, the road dog, did have a roadie.
Yes.
Who was that guy?
It was a girl.
That was Pete the Hubcap Man.
Then it was Peter's daughter.
Yeah.
I met Peter's daughter, by the way. He came by the Pioneer booth.
I actually had two people I can always depend on. My girlfriend, Lori, who is off camera right now. But Peter, the hubcap dude, has,
forget it.
for the last 5 years, he's the first to arrive and he's always the last to leave with me.
Yeah.
He's an amazing, amazing guy. He's actually a retired police lieutenant, and now he drives a jitney.
I think he's here.
In Atlantic City, and I don't see him. He was in
Peter.
Oh, Peter is here. Peter, thank you so much. Big shout out to Peter, the hubcap dude. Always faithful and so pleasant and such a nice guy.
Cool.
And he was really, Peter, thank you. Thank you for taking care of my lady, Lori, when she went to her vehicle to get a bottle of water. And Lori, you were in very good hands with Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to meet Peter's lovely daughter in the Pioneer booth. He came by with his daughter. But yeah, he's super cool guy. Super.
He really is awesome.
Super cool guy.
And this is what happens when you travel. You meet the most wonderful people, and all you have to do is put your hand out. I met a lot of new people.
I did too, but that's different.
You know, and then, well, after Monday, I couldn't really raise my arm much to shake hands because Tony broke my back when he gave me that hug Monday night. But
it's all love, man.
All right, we're going to put a fork in it, guys. So thank you very much, everybody that helped out. Love all of you guys. And that's going to do it for us. Good night, all.